Shiloh Sanders could face brother Shedeur Brown soon. Good news for Coach Prime. Shiloh Sanders has a real shot at facing his brother Shedeur and the Cleveland Browns in Week 13 when San Francisco 49ers travel to the Huntington Bank Field. Shiloh Sanders might be booting up after a weeks-long absence from the field. The 25-year-old safety and son of the legendary Deion Sanders has a real shot at facing his brother Shedeur and the Cleveland Browns in Week 13 when the San Francisco 49ers travel to the Huntington Bank Field for an afternoon game. According to a report from ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter, the 49ers brought in the older Sanders brother for a tryout on Tuesday. While Kyle Shanahan is yet to confirm the status of their new signing, it appears like the workout went well. Read more. Rookie Jackson Dart to replace Russell Wilson as starting QB for Giants in Week 4. This move could put an end to a weeks-long stressful period for Shiloh, who was fined $4,669 by the NFL for throwing a punch during a practice game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The 25-year-old was even let go from the roster after the incident involving Buffalo Bills tight end Zach Davidson. The safety was ejected for the play. "You can't throw punches in this league," Buccaneers coach Todd Bowles said back then. "That's inexcusable. They're going to get you every time. Gotta grow from that." Shiloh was anyway a long shot. He was listed as a third-string safety on the team's depth chart. He contributed 4 solo tackles during exhibition play. During 6 college football seasons, 2 at South Carolina, 2 at Jackson State and 2 at Colorado, Sanders appeared in 52 games with 33 starts. He amassed 217 tackles, 6 interceptions and 5 forced fumbles. Shiloh played for his father, Deion Sanders, at Jackson State and Colorado. The 49ers are facing issues of their own despite having a 3-0 season so far. Quarterback Brock Purdy has already missed time due to injury, and tight end George Kittle is also absent. Only last week, Nick Bosa sustained a season-ending ACL injury. The world of football loves its rivalries, historic ones like Packers versus Bears, or Cowboys versus 49ers, and personal ones like brothers squaring off under the Sunday lights. In 2025, a new family chapter may be written, one that involves the Sanders household, a family already stitched into the fabric of sports culture. Shiloh Sanders, the safety with swagger and hard-hitting instincts, has been inching closer to locking down a spot with the San Francisco 49ers. At the same time, his younger brother Shedeur Sanders, the polished quarterback groomed under the sharp eye of Deion coach Prime Sanders, has become the rising centerpiece of the Cleveland Browns offense. If the stars align, the two could soon meet on opposite sidelines in an NFL showdown that's as much about family pride as it is about playoff contention. A collision course in the making. The NFL schedule has a way of creating theater even when the league doesn't plan it. If Shiloh secures his role with the 49ers secondary, it would put him on a direct collision course with his brother Shedeur, who has been the subject of Cleveland's growing optimism. Picture it, Shiloh, lined up 15 yards deep, scanning the field with veteran instincts, waiting for the snap. On the other side, Shedeur, calm in the pocket, orchestrating plays with the poise that made scouts rave during his transition from college to the NFL. One reads eyes, the other manipulates safeties. One looks to intercept history, the other to cement it. The narrative practically writes itself. Brothers rarely face each other in positions that can directly clash. For the Sanders boys, it's almost poetic, the safety and the quarterback, offense versus defense, chess pieces placed by destiny. Good news for Coach Prime. For Deion Sanders, the patriarch of this football dynasty, this brewing matchup is more than just a headline. It's validation. Coach Prime spent years shaping both Shiloh and Shedeur, not just as athletes but as men who understand pressure, spotlight, and responsibility. When he left Jackson State for Colorado, critics wondered if his experiment in blending showmanship with mentorship could hold. Now, as he watches his sons carve their own NFL legacies, Deion can point to their success as proof that his blueprint works. The idea of Shiloh and Shedeur sharing an NFL field, albeit as opponents, is the dream scenario for any father who spent his career battling under the lights. For Deion, it's good news not only because it shows his boys made it, but because it represents the fulfillment of what he's preached: discipline, faith, and a fearless belief in family. Imagine him in the stands or perched in a luxury box, hat tilted, sunglasses reflecting the stadium lights, unable to cheer for just one. Prime would watch, smiling wide, knowing that no matter which Sanders wins on the field, the family name wins off it. Shiloh's rise in the Bay. Shedeur Sanders has never been content living in the shadow of his father or his quarterback brother. His path was different, less spotlight, more grind. In San Francisco, he has a chance to carve his own identity. The 49ers, already stacked with talent, value versatility and toughness. Shedeur brings both. Coaches have praised his energy, his willingness to throw his body into tackles, and his knack for being around the football. For him, snagging a roster spot isn't just about making it to the NFL, it's about proving he belongs, not because of his last name, but because of his skill set. And what better stage to show it than against Shedeur? If he can pick off his brother or deliver a clean, highlight reel hit, Shedeur could instantly go from Coach Prime's son to primetime playmaker. Shedeur's Cleveland crown. Meanwhile, in Cleveland, Shedeur has been living under higher stakes. Drafted with expectations swirling, he entered a city desperate for quarterback stability. The Browns have seen talent come and go, but few have matched the combination of composure, leadership, and mechanics that Shedeur brings. His father may have prepared him, but the NFL has tested him. Every game, every snap, every blitz has been a chance to prove he can translate his college dominance to the pros. The good news? He's doing just that. Reports from camp and early season games suggest Shedeur is not just learning, he's leading. And now, with a possible family face-off looming, Shedeur gets a unique test. Can he beat his brother, the one who knows his habits better than any defensive coordinator ever could? The Sanders effect on the NFL. The NFL thrives on storylines, and the Sanders family has become one of its richest. Deion's impact as a Hall of Famer, Shiloh's rise as a defensive back, and Shedeur's emergence as a starting quarterback form a narrative that blurs the line between reality and folklore. If the two brothers clash in a game, it won't just be about statistics or box scores. It will be a cultural event, a reminder of what makes football more than just a sport. Families grow into the game, rivalries are born in living rooms before they play out on stadium turf, and legacies stretch across generations. Fans would tune in not just to see touchdowns and interceptions, but to witness the human story underneath, a family testing itself on the grandest stage. Coach Prime's silent victory. No matter the outcome of this hypothetical matchup, one truth will remain: Deion Sanders has already won. Coaching is often measured in wins and losses, but for Deion, the success of Shiloh and Shedeur is the ultimate scoreboard.